Good afternoon from Hong Kong. I have redone the circuit. I've taken out all the switches. They're following the newest diagram. Right now I have enough for 5 coils because, again, I don't have 6 coils right now. So it has all been rerun. I'm still using the switch on the trigger, and I've put an inline switch rather than having the switch on the back of my post here. I've put that right in the circuit, so it's always in line, keeping it that way a lot simpler. So again, visually I can see it rather than having to poke my head in the back to see it. So right now we've got the primary battery, and here is the charge battery, and they're all hooked up in parallel. Transistor for each. Kind of a sexy looking board, if I don't say so myself. Alright, but now let's switch it on. Right now I'm pretty much I'm pegged all the way to the right. Again, I have the 3 diodes, and there's just 100 ohm resistors on each of them, and that I do not have a resistor between the pot and the start trigger. So they're just, again, for every transistor there's one 100 ohm resistor and the 3 4007s. So but right now, let's make sure our switch is on. Let's give her a whirl. And it takes off like a rocket. Just at 100. I've got some loose magnets. I've put some more of this aluminum tape on it, and it's kind of hard to see, but there is a wobble. There's a wobble in the wheel, and I think it's just from the bearings, because again, it's just a trolley wheel, so there's not a lot of precision to this right now. Not like there would be by using, say, a hard drive or a CD-ROM bearing, and there's a lot more tightness to it. But this got a little sloppy, but everything seems to be vibrates a lot. But it seems to be running at a really high RPM. I've got a really huge draw when it first starts up, and again, when it starts up again, I'm pegged all the way. The potentiometer is nice and cool, and if I turn it down to about 600, just a little under 600 milliamps, and I come over and do my timing, and that's exactly the way it should be, and I'm pretty happy with that. And I mean, I've got just more speed and more torque than I know what to do with. I do have to put some epoxy in that. I've just used super glue and this aluminum tape, but they're rocking underneath it. Just the centrifugal force is kind of pulling them away. So there's a little buzz or thump that you kind of hear, but that's what it is. I've kind of investigated that thoroughly, and I've got some vibrations going on here as well. But right now, I'm really happy because my potentiometer, I'm able to turn it down in this with the circuit. I can turn it down and keep it around 600 milliamps, what I had before. More RPM and more torque than I ever dreamed that this thing would have. Can't wait till all the factories get back from the Chinese New Year holiday so I can get the photosensing tachometer. But potentiometer, fine. Perhaps 2 or 3 degrees Fahrenheit difference. I mean, nothing drastic. Nothing I would complain about. All the transistors, nice and cool. So everything is just running really, really cool. Nothing's warm, nothing's hot. Yeah, I'm very, very, very pleased with that. And again, that's just at 100 ohm resistors at every transistor. Because I have not put in, because I only have 4 of the 50 ohm resistors right now, so I can change these at any time. It's very easy. But it's moving, and it's definitely, I've been watching the bearings, and the bearings are making some noise. But it is firing on center. I've examined that 3 or 4 times, but there's a wobble in it. Again, it's just the wheel with standard bearing grease and some pretty crappy bearings in it. I mean, these wheels are designed to hold weight and tote things down the street for delivery people. So, but other than that, my draw of voltage seems to be pretty good. It's pretty steady. I'm not real concerned about the charge rate, but I did have charge. I can quick slip it in to their respective areas to make sure everything has got a decent charge. And right now on the charge battery, 12.93, 12.94. It takes a few seconds, and it goes up slowly but surely. My drop isn't that drastic at all. Right when you first start it up, it is, but it is just the wobbling around. I've only got one small screw holding this bearing in. Well, I'm pretty pleased with that. It's really moving. But that's what's going on, guys. Thanks for watching.